What's up, YouTube, and welcome to a pretty spicy deck list today that's also fairly competitive. And that is a Concurrent Timelines Maraii Greatmother Twisted Fate deck. First of all, shoutouts to swimstrim. I yoinked the deck from his stream. If you haven't heard of Swim yet, you're seriously missing out. I'm sure most of you will know him already. But if you don't yet, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch streams. They're hilarious, they're epic, and a lot of great deck concepts there. But let's get to this deck and I'll try to explain the core ideas first. There are multiple ways this deck can get ahead of their opponents. Sometimes you can just outrace them, out-aggro them, especially if you get a good concurrent timeline start. We play a lot of units that have a strong summon or play effect, and that can then be upgraded into better and more stat efficient units. So Zap Sprayfin and Maraii Greatmother would be great targets for those purposes. Then we also have a pretty draw intensive package, and that has multiple upsides. One would be, after Maraii Greatmother already shuffled in the discounted spells, we have higher odds of drawing them. Then after we have played a Fallen Feline to get a Hexite crystal into our deck, we then need to predict ones, of course, but then we also have higher odds of main deck drawing the crystals. Of course, another obvious payoff is Ruined Rex. With a lot of draw, this card benefits greatly from it. If we also have a Timelines, the cost of 5 mana will also mean that this gets turned into a very decent unit most of the time. And yeah, some more evident upsides, of course, are if we haven't found the concurrent timelines in the early game, we have higher odds of finding them eventually. And of course, leveling Twisted Fate, never running out of steam, just cycling through the blue card, red card, gold card package. And you'll notice right away, pretty much half of the deck draws us cards. We have Pool Shark, Zaun Urchin as optional draw, Fortune Croaker as optional draw, Rummage's Time Tricks, Archivist kind of can find draws, Aloof Travelers, delaying our opponent's win condition while also drawing us a card, and then ideally being turned into a solid 4-drop, and of course TF optional draw, Zap Sprayfin as a draw. And the other interesting thing you might notice is that a lot of the draw is very mana efficient and does require discards. And at first sight, it looks like we don't really have a lot of discard fodder in our deck. Like, what exactly are we discarding? But once you play the deck a few times, you will realize you will often draw multiple copies of concurrent timelines, for example, just because of how many draw cards we play. We're gonna cycle through our deck pretty quickly. Also, some of the draws from a Greatmother are just gonna be straight up garbage. Also, sometimes certain units that we don't need in this specific matchup are going to be straight up garbage, and we would rather replace them with other cards that we can draw through effects like Rummage or Zaun Urchin. And yeah, you will notice right away the curve, the mana curve for this deck is very low. All of the cards and units are fairly cheap, but the late game win condition is definitely the Maraii Greatmother spells paired with a threat of leveling Twisted Fate while also discarding your opponent's big cards, high cost cards with Aloof Travelers. So overall, an insanely fun deck to play, very, very flexible, can adapt very well to certain matchups. I would definitely recommend it. Again, kind of hard to play, but I think in the hand of the right players, it is pretty strong. I had a pretty good run with it, like 4 or 5-1 was my final score, and climbed quite a bit in high Masters ladder ranks. And as always, if you need a bit of inspiration on how this deck can be played, here are a bunch of gameplay examples.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Salty Simon. Possibly try hard prepping for the top cut. Okay, Lurk is interesting. We play a lot of 1-drops. I don't think Pool Shark is the one we want to keep. Beam should be good. Do we keep the combo? Probably not. It's probably too slow for this matchup. Alright, so far so good. Timelines. Let's go.
Let me get you that file. Almost got it. Another clue.
Find your own. It's a trap.
No look Rek'sai. Not bad.
See first.
I'll keep the beam for later on. Now we can break the predict basically.
We made it. Yay. But our stuff didn't.
Alright, a regular Pyke. That attack looks ill-advised. Not sure if Simon is tilting. Should probably keep this for the Rek'sai turn. In that case, we zap first, right? For the better transform.
Go with the flow.
Okay, got our 2 Ramage targets.
Cut the chat.
This can't really value trade anymore anyway.
The sun rock got me good.
Seems like a waste of a resource. I think my opponent can just tank the damage, use Nexus HP as a resource. The elusive is cute, but Force Sheath should definitely be best. Looks like a gold card to me.
Deal me in.
By Rek'sai.
Dead in their tracks.
So there's a good chance my opponent holds a Ruthless Predator then, right? That's a beam. So far we're taking care of everything nicely. Open attack is a free spell mana, I should probably use it.
Anything else?
Then Maraii Greatmother.
Let's go, people.
Do we have challengers in our regions? I actually don't know if Chevalier can pull anything. That's something that's gonna be interesting to check. Let's have a look. PNZ, Bilgewater, Shoutout owned, Challenger. Right, Boxtopus. As well as Chompers. As well as Jaw Hunters. Okay, we can actually generate a few. And Jaw Hunters would have actually been really good. Luke Onion Ross with a deck that has not seen a lot of play recently, that I also haven't seen in a little while. Like a full mole. I could keep TF for the Poppy on turn 4. Well, that seems a bit optimistic if my opening hand's that bad. This is one of the cases where we can pull Shark on 1 and then go Urchin on 2. The reason being we don't really care about discarding anything that we draw here, right? Or we found a Feline, even better. I'm leaning towards getting rid of Aloof here. It's a bit too slow for this matchup. Seems like it was the right call. Okay, we're smorking. There's the TF, perfect. A beam, opponent will spend mana to protect her. Most likely gold card next turn.
You're covered.
We could red card. Don't think I like it though. Just Aloof here maybe? Or Zap, hope to finally find timelines. Okay odds for timelines. 3 out of 8. 3 out of 9 actually, we have the crystal as well. But 4 out of 9 to get a really good pull. And if the board stays like this, I can open next turn with a gold card trying to remove... Oh, let's go. The good thing is, whenever something like Zap draws the crystal, my opponent doesn't know I'm holding it. I can try to bait my opponent into developing a bit more.
They won't like this.
Resolve. That looks like a waste. There's a good chance my opponent holds a resolve. So we can basically soft pass by playing Zap. Then swing with both Zaps. Maybe find timelines. Nice.
Look, a thing. Elf, that's not ours.
Just see if our opponent wants to develop more, taps under mana. So Crystal is really good for them here, but only double Resolve is really good for them here. Only double Resolve is really scary though. Oh, perfect. Tapped under mana. And we have this little beauty right here. This should be GG. This should seal the deal. But yeah, perfect example of how important patience can be and not showing your opponent which options you have. Again, just being patient here. This isn't scary yet. Our opponent wants to play more units. Okay. We actually got slightly punished by not going for the red card immediately here, but this is still a very good red card.
I'm always up for a round or two.
If this wouldn't have been a protector, of course, we just hit one more extra unit. Okay, force the resolve. All of the birds still trade. Because all of our blockers have to attack, of course. We can take the 3, no problem. We just have to play for the board and we can't really lose. Found a Poppy blocker, not bad. Probably time tracking here. Well, speaking of Poppy blockers. Okay, I think they keep the buff after the transform, right? Yeah, they should. No Yordles in arms. Interesting. So this is likely to be a rally then. Destiny's Call on Aloof should shut it down. The greatest of high rolls as well.
I dropped everything.
Ah, Yordles in arms. So they might still have a rally, but try getting past this little wall. Okay, I guess not. I probably most want to transform here. I mean, I guess it's the lifesteal here. We've already seen 2 resolves, so this should trade into any of these right now. Okay, I don't want to redraw this, so I'd probably go for a time trick and then play Archivist. Look for more of those 3 mana spells. That works.
The same calling card from our other case.
I mean, for the memes, let's go. We don't really need more Greatmothers, but why the heck not? Surprised our opponent's still hanging in this. Looks kind of doomed for them, if I'm quite honest.
Another clue. No closer.
They probably should not block here. Their only chance of winning is regaining board control. Okay.
Shield up.
3/3 block would have made more sense then, right? Whatever. Oh man, I'm high rolling like crazy this game, although I don't even really need it anymore.
Time to reveal our superior battle tactics.
Just looks like a red card. Gold card's fine as well, but red card takes care of more stuff more imminently. And concede? No concede.
The sun rock got me good.
Not sure what my opponent's hoping to top deck here.
Across the way.
G to the G.
Outplayed.
Bandle tree. We don't run landmark removal. We can find some with Greatmother, who knows? Some singular wills. I wonder how aggressively I should mulligan for timelines. I think this is fine as an opener, like... But maybe the deck is just built in a way that actually encourages mulliganing super hard for timelines, because even if you full mull your hand, you have very high odds of finding a good early game unit anyway. Or some good early game combo. Aloof is going to be a key card here. Ooh, let's go.
I should make a speech. Where's my speech?
I think I like Urchin onto the Rummage. Not quite sure though. Could just play Urchin without a draw. I want to play Aloof next round, that's for sure. Greatmother the subsequent round. It's probably just this. I'm not leveling a champion here. No way TF levels against that deck. I think I like chipping some damage in. Then Aloof, then Beam, Pop your Mayor, depending on what my opponent plays. Flash Bomb Traps is interesting, Elusive is interesting. This is definitely not good. Probably Rider. Might take care of a lot of jump blockers. Although it's very slow. Diver at least continuously chips damage to the Nexus. Let's go Rider. I just like the card.
We made it. Yay. But our stuff didn't.
Okay, no tree, no Minimorph. Means next turn Maraii. Turn 6 Zap. Okay, and the draw happened before the bomb shuffling. That's good to know as well.
All part of the plan.
This might die to a Ravenous Flock now, but... Yeah, okay, in hindsight, I'll be quite honest. I'm not sure if I should have rather gone for the Diver. Nicely, unit drain 1. Cast a spell. Fearsome as well. Oh, this should be better. It's also Fearsome, it's got Fury. On paper, Fury is good against a lot of jump blockers. Yeah, I probably should have been Diver instead of just this Rider. Diver can also just jump block the Poros without being damaged and being susceptible to something like a Flock. No, not the Ruined Rex. How cruel. Okay, Zap has decent odds of finding a Greatmother spell or a Crystal though. Can't really attack here, I don't want to have this trade. Alright, let's hope the Time Drake finds a crystal. There he is. It looks like my opponent is trying to opt for the Smork game plan as well.
Do I have to? Really?
Brute is so low impact, I think I like Aloof more. Or Skip, of course. But Aloof is generally good in this.
Tear them apart.
I want to give my opponent a bit of board space issues. Also maybe threaten some overwhelm damage. I don't think this is very high priority to take out right now. I think I want to play Aloof at the start of my next turn. I'm not quite sure though. Although my... Nah, it's probably fine to do it right now. My opponent's had a... What, like 2 or 3 draws since I played the last Aloof.
You dropped something. I dropped everything.
Mayor. So the upside of playing Aloof at the start of my next round is my opponent top decks a card anyway, and then they draw a second one from Aloof, so there are higher chances of one of the two cards being a Bandle tree.
Bastards! Where do you stand on cold shots?
You pay! I got the spirits! These are my rules!
Ruined Rex might be fun here. Ooh. Tantric Rummage Ruined Rex. The red card is looking okay. Only takes out these two though. Let's greet it. Well, I wish we had something to unyield. Doesn't look that strong here. I think Greatmother makes most sense. And next turn we can go Greatmother Zap. We won't be able to cast the spell though. Fearsome's really nice. Oh, come on. No shot. Just the classic Rex RNG. We still want to take this out before it spawns more Poros. Of course it is not a great block, but what can you do? Our opponent's gonna draw their frickin' tree at some point in the near future. So we need to be as fast as possible.
This mama is a beast mama.
Okay, it doesn't have it yet though. There you are. Ah, this is unfortunate. And again, my opponent doesn't really have burst speed spells. I can play Greatmother first and still play Zap. Yeah, I'm not going deep with this deck.
Respect the ocean and all its boons.
And all its boons. Okay, I had this strong feeling like my opponent was gonna try to flip Fizz here and to generate more value. And by playing Greatmother first, a Zap second, we have an elusive blocker and much better odds of drawing a Greatmother spell here. That works as well. Crystal into open attack looks one off. In that case, we'll play the other stuff first. I think we win with this hand. Affectionate Poro. Dies to focus stick, no, a group shot. Like, if our opponent plays a blocker, we sunburst it. If they try removal on our unit, we use Unyielding Spirit. Oh, not a freaking telescope. And that's almost guaranteed to be a blocker. Probably swing in first. Actually hilarious. But we have a sunburst, we can kill this. But our Elnuk survives. That's a pull. What a weird game. Let's go. An opponent could have top decked the Flock. They didn't have to surrender yet. They didn't even see the Battle Fury. GG though, that was a lovely one.